Régis, great to see you. It's been a long, long time since there was a Premier League derby between Sunderland and Newcastle, almost a decade. How does it feel to be the Sunderland manager leading a team into such a historic fixture?
Yeah, it's very positive for the club, for our fans, to enjoy once again this derby in the Premier League. 6 months ago, we were in the Championship, so we are newly promoted side, and we wanted to play this kind of game in the Premier League. So happy, excited, and I hope we will enjoy the game.
I covered the game almost 2 years ago, the cup tie, the FA Cup tie between yourselves and Newcastle. It felt back then there was still a big gap between the sides. It feels very much this season like that gap is closed, but I was interested, you said next door in the press conference that despite that you still feel like you're the underdogs?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, yeah, we spoke about a bit with the coaching staff about this game 2 years ago, and I think they told me that the intensity was so different, and so the quality of the players was obvious, but also the intensity, and probably the team at that moment wasn't prepared for this kind of game. I won't say that it would be good on Sunday, but I think with the start to the season, we showed that we were able to be competitive. And I think it would be important to be ourselves and to play the best football as possible with our qualities, with our togetherness, with our intensity. And I believe that we are underdogs in that kind of game, and I hope we will show the best version of Sunderland.
Yeah, all those words you used there, they're all positive words, because it has been a positive start to the season for you. You must be very proud about how the team have started this season and how it appears as though you have closed the gap with Newcastle, because that gap was big at one point.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's always a reset. So we'll have a new game, a new scenario, a new opponent. The atmosphere will be important, massive, and we just have to play this game to stay really consistent with what we did so far. And it's always about playing the game, not the occasion. So it's important to stay focused on our principles, to get ready for anything, because the scenario is always a scenario, and it's unpredictable. And we'll try to manage the game with our strength.
How do you stay focused? How do you stay relaxed? Because on the face of it, you appear very relaxed.
Yeah, I think because it's our mindset, and on the pitch, the players have to give everything, but they need structure, they need confidence, they need a clear game plan as well, because when the game gets crazy, you need support from something, and I think they built progressively those references, and then now they have the ability to support and to manage different bad events, but also when something are going really well, to stay balanced. And every new game is a new experience, no opportunity to learn. So, for example, we lost against City. It wasn't a bad game, but we felt that something wasn't at the level, so we tried to think about it, to analyze, and to grow across different experiences.
I was out in Germany during the week covering the Bayer Leverkusen Newcastle match, and pretty much every Newcastle United supporter I bumped into were asking about Sunderland. And they were saying, like, how are they so good? What are they doing? We're worried about Sunday. I think the Newcastle fans are worried about playing you because they can see how good you have been at the start of the season. I guess you need to take that as a kind of compliment, if you like.
Yeah, would like. I think Newcastle are strong. They are a really strong side now. High level of intensity, high pressing team, really well organized with the ability to threaten in different ways the opponent's defense. So it would be a tough game. So we can't expect a gift from them. It's impossible. So for us, I repeat, the most important thing is to play our game and to have different options, because I think we have to be flexible, but at the same time to play with a clear identity.
Does it does it give you a little bit of an advantage? Not just that you're at home, but the fact that Newcastle have had a big game in Europe during the week in terms of the tiredness.
Yeah, we never know. Sometimes it's positive to play many games in a row, and you can find your flow.
Yeah.
And on the other side, sometimes you can be tired as well. So we never know before the game. We'll have to wait the last minute.
Yeah. And have you? Obviously, there's a lot of staff here at the football club who've been here for a long time. A lot of staff in the building who are Sunderland fans, and they live and breathe the football club. Have you been almost tapping into them? Have you been asking them about the derby? Because you, as a manager, although you now know a lot about the club, I suppose you haven't experienced the derby yourself. Personally.
Yeah, it will be the first time, and I'm happy to live this event. Yeah, we spoke a bit about the atmosphere, but not too much, to be fair, because I think we don't have to get disturbed by different elements around the pitch. I think the main focus is always the pitch. How we will manage this game, how we want to start, how do we want to manage their build-up, how do we want to manage their press, find solutions, find different options through the game as well. So it's more about staying focused on what we have to do rather than being disturbed by different elements around the fixture.
I feel bad asking you questions about the Sunderland record against Newcastle in the Premier League, because obviously it was before your time, it was before all the players' time here. I was still here, but the last time Newcastle beat Sunderland in the Premier League, my beard was black, it wasn't white, so that's how long ago it was. But it's a pretty incredible record, isn't it? Like 9 unbeaten in the Premier League, 6 of those wins, particularly when you know what went on after that with Sunderland being relegated.
Yeah, I think Sunderland and the Stadium of Light are a tough place to play, so we have to think about that we have an advantage playing at home, and we did well so far in this Premier League in this season. So it shows that we have many strengths, and we have to have this confidence to play our game.
What do you expect from an Eddie Howe Newcastle side?
I think as usual, I would say, because we've played so far many strong teams with best managers in the world. So it's always the same. You can feel quickly the quality of the players, the quality of the team, the way they are well organized, the way they are flexible. They can react quickly from one event to another event. This is the best level in the world. So I won't expect something else from Eddie Howe. It will be exactly like that. And after that, if you are too focused on the opponent, you won't play your own game. And I think it's really important to stay focused on us. How do we want to play this game with our strength, with our character, with our togetherness? And after that, we'll see the events.
And I just want to ask you as well about your squad compared to Newcastle's. I mean, obviously you had a really good transfer window. I think everyone agrees the recruitment was spot on. You spent a bit of money, but I mean, you see what Newcastle are doing in their club record transfers for £70 million as well. They are a point below you in the league. I wonder where you rate your squad right now in comparison to theirs, or is it a wait and see until 5 o'clock on Sunday?
Yeah, they built this squad for a long period, and with money, with successes, and with clarity and ambition. So we are not at the same stage, even if our last transfer window was really positive. I can repeat it. We still have a lot to do and a lot to learn.
I know you're calm, but are you excited a little bit for Sunday? Do you get excited?
Yeah, always, because the
just don't show it.
Yeah, the Premier League is unbelievable. You play so many good teams every week, and it's I'm so happy to be part of this journey.